Welcome, everyone, to an exciting broadcast of college basketball here on 2K Sports. Some great action in store tonight, seeing some of the best and brightest young players on the hardwood. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. We've got the UConn Huskies and the Georgetown Hoyas.
There is no feeling like a packed house on a college campus. You can just feel the electricity in the air as two major colleges go head-to-head on the hardwood.
And even though this game isn't a must-have game, it feels like a tournament game, a one-and-done type situation. Both of these programs know that a win here could be huge for them as they get ready to make a run in March.
On the floor for UConn, they've got Martin, and it's Splitter in at the 5.
And, you know, we've seen a lot of great point guards over the years, and Freak is right at the top for me. The things he can do with the ball are special. And he knows how to control the flow of the game, too. He's not only highly skilled, but he's a maestro in orchestration.
And it's really interesting. Controlling tempo and pace is oftentimes something that most point guards don't really learn until they are pros. But Freak understands how important that is already. It's a big part of why so many think he'll be successful as a point guard on the next level.
Randolph against Keefe. And now the Hoyas on the break. That's good from Randolph on the assist by Freak.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and, Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Here is Day. Outside, Martin. Splitter inside. He's covered by Hudson. Well, Georgetown has been such a pillar of East Coast basketball for so long. Really one of the universities on the East Coast.
Yeah, you know, that's exactly right. A really rich tradition in men's basketball for the Hoyas. And they've been a competitive presence on the college basketball landscape going back to the 70s.
And he gets it to go.
I like the way they're working the ball inside, because when you do that, you get higher percentage shots, and typically good things happen.
It's tipped, and he gets the bucket.
And that's almost automatic anytime he can get the ball in that position.
On defense, the Huskies. 4-point game. Now here's Freak. Feeds it to Hudson. And he banks in the layup. Hudson's got his first 2 points.
You know, I don't think it's ever too late to make a sweet dime. I mean, even if you're halfway through your shot, you might find a better one for a teammate.
With the floater, and it's Martin missing.
That's really too easy a chance to miss, guys. He needs to be more aggressive and focused on his finishes. You know, so often we can forget that these players are student athletes. I mean, Freak does not have that problem. He's an amazing student off the floor and is very dedicated in the classroom.
And how about Freak with a 4.0 GPA, an honor student in high school, and has carried that same work ethic to college as well as he prepares for his games. He truly embodies what it means to be a student athlete. Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Freak, he's in at the point. Hudson is out there with Warren. Then there's Price, and it's Randolph in at the 2 spot. Here is Day. Offline with his 3.
And that's playing into the hands of the defense right there.
No way you can sneak that shot by him, Greg. I mean, he was all on top of that one.
And for the Huskies, we've got Keefe, and it's Joseph in at the small forward. Now here's Freak. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Fast break. Here we go. And
reverse that one home. Now that was nice, real nice.
The agility on this one.
Yeah.
And the hello, welcome back. This is college basketball on 2K Sports. And if you're just tuning in, this is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg as we get set for the second half.
And guys, I think we may see some strategies being adjusted here as we get into the second half. Still plenty of time to cut into this lead.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, Freak has done a good job of getting his team in this position, and they got themselves a bit of breathing room in the first half, and all they have to do the rest of the way is manage the lead.
On the floor for UConn, they've got Martin, and it's Splitter in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
And one thing about UConn that has been true all throughout their rise as a power, they have always played solid defense. It's something the program really hammers home. And with Freak, he takes a lot of pride in where he hails from. Didn't grow up with a silver spoon in his hand by any means, and his family cheers him on from Harlem.
And, Greg, you can see it in this game. I mean, we're all a product of where we've been, our environment, our experiences. And with Freak, he doesn't take anything for granted. Some of the very best players of all time have come from the projects like Freak, and he takes pride in playing for Harlem when he's on the court.
Keefe's shot is good. And, Greg, you mentioned UConn moments ago and their defensive pride. Some great defenders, Clark, have come out of that school.
Yeah, you look at Emeka Okafor and Hasheem Thabeet. Both were dominating rim protectors. And even their guards and swingmen get after you defensively.
They double him with Freak, and stolen by Freak. And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
And now the Hoyas on the break. It's blocked. Here is Keefe. Now the dish to Martin. He feeds it to Joseph. Sinks the triple. Joseph's got 5. Hoyas leading by 7. Freak with it. He's got 8. Passes to Warren. And here's Freak. Kicks to Warren. Inside, here's Freak. A second chance effort, and it's good on the way up. 10 points for him.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
And you see a lot of players who are very talented play with a me-first approach. That is not the case with Freak. He doesn't try and attract any unnecessary attention and just focuses on playing his game.
Yeah, I like that about him, Greg. I mean, in a day and age where most guys are self-centered and it's all about me, it's refreshing for a player like Freak who doesn't invite that kind of noise. I mean, that's as impressive as his skill set.
Here's Joseph. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. And, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Hoyas.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've gotten out in transition.
Freak in a 2-guard. Hodges is out there with Nelson. And it's Trice, and it's Felix in at the 3.
Defensively, I think they've got to do a better job of bodying them up.
Clearly, they've been outclassed in the paint, really at both ends of the floor.
Jennings dishes to Sims. Freak kicks to Trice. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's McGuire. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
He thought he had.
There's 1:47 left in the second half. Freak kicks to Nelson. Right wing. Down low. One-on-one fast break. Here's Reed. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he's on the money, that's no doubt. Now here's Freak. He's guarded by Jennings. Freak passes to Nelson. Dishes to Freak. And it's good. Fought through contact. It's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
One thing with Freak that we know is he makes sure he gets his shots up no matter what. One way or another, he's going to get his workout in, and that's why so many are confident that he'll continue to improve.
Part of it is that he has a twin sister who actually taught him how to play ball. She helped him develop his game and become the player he is today. Pretty nice to have a sibling willing to help you develop your skill set on the court.
A shot by Joseph, no good. And here are the Hoyas now. And a wide open look for Freak. Good on the triple. And Georgetown leads by 11.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Hoyas.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Shot quality and better overall shooting.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Freak. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
And the Huskies going with a whole new group out there. And stolen by Howard.
This game's finally gotten away from them.
Yeah, it certainly has. I mean, there's not really much they can do at this point.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
He drops the first one, and that brings them to within 10. Good on both. "20 seconds left in the game. Here's Freak. They grab their own miss. And even 3-on-3 break. Howard dishes to Jennings. Again, the miss by the Huskies. From deep three-point range, no good there. So the Hoyas win it. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and Hi, everyone, and welcome to this broadcast of college basketball on 2K Sports. The action doesn't get much better than two of the most dynamic teams in college basketball going at it on the hardwood. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. It's the Georgetown Hoyas taking on the Kansas Jayhawks.
There is no feeling like a packed house on a college campus. You can just feel the electricity in the air as two major colleges go head-to-head on the hardwood.
And even though this game isn't a must-have game, it feels like a tournament game, a one-and-done type situation. Both of these programs know that a win here could be huge for them as they get ready to make a run in March.
A look at the Hoyas starting group. Freak in at point guard. Hudson is out there with Warren. Then there's Price, and it's Randolph in at the 2 spot. Now here's Randolph. The pass to Freak. He dishes it to Hudson. Pass to Randolph. Here's Warren. Misses off the right iron.
Well, there have been a lot of great players out of Georgetown over the years, most of them big men, but don't forget about Allen Iverson. He might just be the most popular former Hoya of all time.
Now here's Duncan. Here's Gaines. It's hauled in by Warren.
All the defender had to do there was just stay close to him, and he did.
Randolph kicks to Freak. Warren sets the pick for Freak. The dish to Warren. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Warren's got his first points of the game. Now here's Lee. He's tightly guarded. Passes to Duncan. They set the pick. Terry with a screen on Price. Screened by Duncan. Oubre hits the front of the rim and out. And here are the Hoyas now. Freak with it. He's picked up by Lee. Freak with it. Warren sets the pick for Freak. Up off the screen.
Assist from.
And no problem from Warren as he finishes at the rim.
I tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has, and they've created a lot of high percentage shots in the paint here already.
Here is Gaines. And it's Freak with the rebound.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
And the shot by Warren, no good. Kansas trails by 4. Poked away. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Now here's Freak. He's guarded by Williams. Freak passes to Trice. It's Freak, top of the key. From outside the arc, count the bucket. Freak's got his first 3 points of the game.
It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
And the Jayhawks with possession. They've got Frazier, and it's Dedmon into the power forward position. Daniels kicks to Williams. Double team on Williams. He feeds it to Calderon. Here's Dedmon, and that comes off the assist by Calderon. Dedmon's got his first 2 points of the night. Hoyas leading by 5, and for Georgetown, Freak in a 2 guard. Also Trice out there, and it's Hodges in a power forward. Felix, no luck.
Boy, some really big names have come out of the Kansas Jayhawks program into the NBA. A pair of first overall picks in their history. Believe it or not, Wilt Chamberlain wasn't one of them.
And so in the game for the Jayhawks. And the first. And we welcome you back to college basketball here on 2K Sports as we get ready to get going for the second half of play.
Guys, we had a tight game through the first half. I think we'll see more of the same coming out of the break.
And it's just going to take one big run for one of these teams to establish control. If Freak can get hot his team has a great chance of coming away with the victory.
Taking a look at the Hoyas. Freak, he's in at point guard. Warren is out there with Hudson. Then there's Price, and it's Randolph in at the 2 guard.
Great way to start the half. Easy layup against some soft D.
To the left side wing. They double him with Freak. Here's Terry.
Akeem Gaines. That's his first personal foul.
And here's Freak. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
You know, obviously, he knows how to finish with some flair.
Hoyas leading by 6. In the corner, Randolph with it. Lee with the steal. Here's Duncan. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
Well, I tell you what, guys, so many great centers have come through Georgetown. For a while, they were the destination for great centers going into college. You can point to any of their teams and find an NBA center on the roster.
And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. The Georgetown Hoyas have had so many great centers. Greg Monroe, Roy Hibbert, some of the more great recent guys.
Yeah, but don't forget about the one who kind of set that trend in motion. Patrick Ewing.
Oh, yeah.
was just a dominant force. And then you had Dikembe Mutombo, Alonzo Mourning. And it's amazing. All of these guys we just named were picked in the top 7 of the NBA draft.
Now here's Freak. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Freak's got 5 points so far.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Calderon dishes to Williams. Good ball movement here by the Jayhawks. Here's Daniels. And it's Freak with the rebound.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
For 3, and that is good. And now it's a 10-point Hoyas lead.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Williams kicks to Calderon. Here is Daniels, guarded by Nelson, missed inside.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in control of this game.
And no doubt about it, rebounding is an effort stat, folks. They've been more determined than their opponent thus far.
And stolen by Freak. And now the Hoyas on the break. We've got Oubre, and it's Dedmon in at the 4 spot. Joseph, that's good.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
Here is Daniels. Pass to Frazier. Now Jenkins laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Showing the quickness right there. They're just tough to keep up with it.
Hoyas leading by 12. Here's Freak, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Well, one thing about Kansas is that they love their basketball. Jayhawks have long been synonymous with being a powerhouse college program.
One of the true blue bloods, if you will, in college basketball. I mean, they've been relevant and in contention for a very long time. They were winning titles before any official organization was put in place.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jayhawks. Terry's checked in, and it's Duncan in for Jenkins. Freak passes to Price. Now here's Freak. Tight defense on him. Feeds it to Hudson. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Hoyas.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
They've consistently drilled the mid-range jumper tonight as well, which has forced the D to come out on it.
Nelson's checked in for Joseph. Lee with the ball. Out defended by Freak. Dedmon. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Ooh, a forceful finish from the big fella.
Well, with a player for that size, you'd think he'd make the highlight reel more often.
Yeah, you know, he just appears to lack an edge at times in his game. I mean, he can be too passive and reluctant on the court.
Lee dishes to Terry. Got a piece of it. And here we go. Fast break. Freak's got it. Offensive rebound. Out of bounds. Kansas will take possession. And the Jayhawks making a change here. Kansas checked in. And Georgetown also making a switch. Warren's checked in for Nelson. Kansas trails by 12.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Hoyas.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
They knocked down their shots. I mean, a little luck didn't hurt either. A lot of their 50-50 shots went in the basket.
And you have to look back at this.
Kansas also making some changes. Gaines is checked in, and Daniels subbed in for Williams. Freaks checked in for the Hoyas. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And the shot is good.
And this run not really doing them any good at this point, as late as it's starting to evolve.
Yeah, but kudos to him, Greg. I mean, the fight they're showing now, you got to give them credit for that. Would have been really easy to pack it in.
Trains the three-pointer. And Georgetown leads by 13.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
Here's Gaines. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two.
That's his first personal foul. At the line for Kansas, Akeem Gaines. 2 shots.
And he makes both free throws. 7 seconds left here in the second half. Freak with it, takes a three. Off target with that shot. So the Hoyas win it. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled.